Scandal.
Released the drama here today on the Untitled Manny and Marcus show. Manny, I am going to say something, and I know we had a rule not talking about our dicks anymore, but I have to say it. I have to talk about not only my dick, but Vince McMahon's dick as well today. I've been wanting to do a show so bad. My dick is hard. To quote the great Ice-T, because my dick is as hard as John Laurinaitis and Vince McMahon looking at a paralegal in his lawyer's office. This is amazing.
You say this, but yeah. I was thinking, I'm gonna have an easy day. Easy day. Done the thumbnails last night. Did the overlays for the show, and yeah, I thought, maybe the thumbnail. I wake up this morning and my world was flipped.
When you learn it's boss time and it's Vince McMahon and John Laurinaitis looking at you, that's what it is. The new tag team champs of the world. We wonder what happened to those vacant titles, and you know who picked them up? Vince and Laurinaitis. Scandal. But I'm not gonna lie.
I was also thinking this could have been the thumbnail.
Oh, yep. All applies. All applies.
Yeah.
You have a picture of Linda McMahon. No, we do not. And no, we do not want one.
This is called a thirst trap, Levi, not...
Yeah.
I don't know what you're into. I don't know what you're into.
Live from the Capitol, January 6th, Linda McMahon. We don't need that. Vince was out for it. Tag him in. We have it all today. Today's just going to be the best of show. I'm calling it right now, Manny. There's a million things I'm going to talk about today, and all related to the scandal, which is release. Nia Jackson's featured on the show. Jeff Hardy talk. Everything is stuff in this, and an AEW report.
Yeah, let's not waste any more time. Let's get into it right off. We'll be back right after this.
I'm Shotzi Blackheart, the ballsy badass, and you are watching the Untitled Manny and Marcus show. Remember to like the video and subscribe.
Hey! Oh! Check out the Marcus and Manny show.
I hate you both right now. You guys are ridiculous.
Shake your ass. Watch yourself. Shake your ass. Tell me what you're working with.
Welcome everyone to the Untitled Manny and Marcus show. I know! That's why I was like, it threw me off the intro. Welcome to the Untitled Manny and Marcus show. I am Lord Manny Hayes. He is
Marcus, the grand finale. And Manny, I want to ask you a question. It's a personal question. You're my friend. You're my co-host. You're my brother at this current moment. I'm in a situation with a paralegal. I have to give her the go-away money. And I just pass it down to you for whatever reason. I don't know why. I'm done. Dick don't work as good as yours, I guess. I don't know. But you taking the fall for me? We got to continue the show, man. Take the fall. Take the fall, man. Be the fall guy.
No.
Stooge up for me, Manny. Damn it. Save my marriage.
What marriage? That marriage has been a shambles for years.
Yeah. I knew it was in shambles when he was on the stage with Trish and had her barking like a dog, and she was paralyzed. That was fact. That was real. That was too real. I can't wait for those Raws. I can't wait for those Raws retro episodes, man. You guys get to talk about. Oh, this is where it all began. This is where the scandal began. But
wow.
Oh, what?
I didn't think this was gonna happen ever again.
Trap Daddy Hayes.
Oh God, that is a good one too.
Trap Daddy.
The Trap Daddy.
Manny, the quote Nate Dogg and Wise Man, it ain't no fun unless the homies have. So, and I honestly can sing the whole song right now, word for word. And it would apply to professional wrestling right now, to the news. That could be breaking news. I wouldn't mind having Nate Dogg on a news desk. Guys, the news story, scandal. It ain't no fun if the homies ain't, I'm done. John Laurinaitis and McMahon are sharing Jeremy McDevitt's Sarah Legal, and they gave it $3 million to shut the fuck up in an NDA.
Yeah, let's get into this story. So, Vince McMahon's WWE future in the current is currently uncertain amidst an investigation from the company's board into a $3 million hush payment the WWE chairman made to a former employee over an alleged sexual relationship. The uncertainty exists within the WWE, and Fightful Select reports that the people they spoke to within the company agreed the investigation and subsequent Wall Street Journal report is the biggest threat to McMahon's power since the steroid trial in the early 1990s.
Come on. Get out. You guys grow up. Grow up.
But Dave Meltzer said on the Wrestling Observer Radio, major CEOs far more powerful than Vince McMahon have been brought down for less than this. But the defense is, and I know people in the company who do believe Vince will survive this, not so sure about John Laurinaitis, but do believe Vince will survive this. And with the idea, as long as there's no company funds used to pay this off, that would be okay, Meltzer said. And it seems like that money was paid from Vince's account. So it was $1 million up front. Ooh. And then the remainder of the $2 million will be paid off in installments over the next 5 years.
Oh, so she got like the Bobby Bonilla contract. She just keeps getting paid every year.
Yeah.
Over this. So what's the big? So for me, Manny, maybe I'm wrong, and call me wrong if I am, and the whole chat, call me wrong if I'm wrong. At the end of the day, it's just an affair, right? It's just an affair.
Yeah.
Like,
so
I mean, I don't understand what the big scandal is. It's hush money, but I feel like that's what any husband or man of power would do when they fucked. And I'm gonna say fuck because that's what it seemed like they were doing. I don't think there was no love making here. When they fucked someone they probably shouldn't have fucked. It's like when Derek Jeter gives somebody a gift basket, or when Trump is like, nah, man, I didn't fuck Stormy Daniels. I'm trying to run for president. Don't fuck with me. Not right now. Or Bill Clinton and Monica Lewinsky situation. That's what I feel like happened. I don't know what the big deal is. Hush money is, please don't fuck up my life money. Just take it and go.
So the full story is Vince McMahon hired the paralegal and she was paid $100K then. And then when she began an intimate relationship with Vince, she was then given a pay increase, a pay rise to $200,000.
Ooh, got a pay raise. Look at that.
And then amidst the intimate relationship, Vince gave her to John Laurinaitis, which the allegations are that he gave her like a toy to John Laurinaitis.
He just passed it down. Try this shit. He said, try this shit. I'm done.
And then amidst being paid off by Vince and his lawyer, Jerry, his long-term lawyer, to shut up, essentially, she quit WWE.
Yeah. I mean, I got paid $3 million. I'm done. I'm retired.
Yeah, so many believe John Laurinaitis is going to take the fall for this. He's expected to be replaced as in his position of talent. I think it's talent relations.
Like whatever his fucking job is.
Stupid. Yeah, so he's being set up to be the latest fall guy. A former WWE employee in WWE believes that the allegations will cause a domino effect. McMahon will fight to remain WWE chairman, but they could not foresee a situation where Laurinaitis does not resign. An unnamed female talent had come out and said this about John Laurinaitis: I'd rather get all my shit sent to me in a trash bag when I get fired than have to deal with him. And neither were good options.
Oh. Yeah, you know, he had a reputation of being the most unlikable man in WWE. Power to the people, man. People power. That's what he meant by all this time. Yeah, so this ain't the end of Vince. For those who are thinking that, like, he's gonna survive this. And it's just basically it's come down to a fair, maybe a little money fraud or something. I don't know, but I'm sure everything's gonna work out. But as people talk about who leaked this out, and they're blaming Nick Khan, Stephanie and Hunter, whoever. You get Linda, maybe even, who knows, Shane, all these people could have leaked it out. Nah, I got some hating ass employee in the office, just some rando, just going, this fucking bitch kept getting promote this bitch. She was the director of this. She got that. She was nothing. She was trash at her job. You just see someone hating on this woman. Talk about she get $3 million for doing shit. Shit, that could be me. That could be me. And that's all I feel it is.
Yeah. So a luchador said Vince hired a hitman in Nick Khan, but never thought he would come for him. Which I think this is the power play. Nick Khan is coming for all that coming to head the come get all the power, because the investigation is being headed by the WWE president Nick Khan. He's guilty, and I'm taking his job.
And we're selling the WWE to The Rock. We did it! We did it! We got him! We got him! I've been waiting for this. I've been undercover for years. I've been wearing a wire and shit. But you can't fire Vince. He has all the shares. He has most of the shares. He's the only. You can't remove him. He has to choose to walk away. If it's really bad for Vince, he has to choose. There's no way he's walking away.
Maurice said, remember the episode of Seinfeld when George was having sex with his assistant, and in the middle he yelled, "I'm giving you a raise." That's what the paralegal's promotion reminded me of. By the way, Maurice, I'm giving you a strike because I hate George. I hate him with all my heart.
Yeah, but I can see George Costanza and Vince McMahon being the exact same person. Just still with their bitter complaints and differences. And this, I remember the episode like it was yesterday when he yelled, "I'm giving you a raise," and she took that shit serious. That is exactly what happened here.
So Maurice asked a question. If it came from his personal account, how did the board see the $3 million, which led to them to question what it was? I'm guessing someone handles the WWE account and then Vince's personal finance at the same time. Sure I think that's probably what it was.
It's snitching. Everybody knew. I'm going to say everybody in WWE knew about this paralegal, because in your workplace, for those who have jobs out there who watch the show, we all know the one person who's fucking the boss, and you go, "Oh, why?" Because the first question is "Oh, so why is this person here?" All the time. Oh, they fucking somebody.
But I don't understand. If he was paid $1 million up front, and then installments for the next 5 years, technically that's not $3 million. That $3 million hasn't been paid out yet.
No. So it's all speculation. That's why it's an investigation, Manny. It's an investigation. This is only hurting her. It's like, fuck, they gonna find out my $3 million. But my main thing is, I think it should be judgment on what the paralegal looks like and her description.
You need to be careful how we talk about this, because we could get canceled for that.
I know. I'm joking, but I don't feel like, I feel like they were. I guess it's wrong, and I guess having an affair, against Linda, which they have it. I'm sure this isn't his first rodeo. I'm pretty sure. But it just, who fucks a 76-year-old man? I just like, and it's not trying to do that gold digging shit. That's what I feel like what's going on. And that's just me personally. Like, I feel like she was trying to be his sugar baby, and then, she got fired. And maybe she
He
leaked
got
it out
tired
because
of
she
it.
wanted more
He
money.
probably got tired
Yeah.
of her. He probably got tired
Yeah.
of her.
This wasn't
Like
anything.
Vince does.
He didn't love her. Yeah.
Like
This
how
isn't a
when
love
Vince,
thing.
like when Vince is high on a wrestler, when you get like Vince McMahon really likes this wrestler. Like when Vince McMahon liked Keith Lee for that moment in time, and then he
He's
became
over
the
there
bear
giving
cat.
a pet talk.
That's what happened. That's basically what happened. It's basically, he
Giving-
got better. He got tired of her, and he wanted to move on to the next young talent.
Yeah. On to the next one. Yeah, so it's like I just feel like any misconceptions of this, it is what it is. Ryan, I talked to earlier, and you know how his takes a while. His take was this. He was like, well, he said 3 million. He's like, how the fuck do you think billionaires fuck people? This is what they do. Just think about Robert Kraft. All they do is pay people after they fuck, because everybody knows if they start talking, it can ruin their reputation no matter what. And it's probably, that's kind of true for most of it. Like, that's what ends up happening. They all try to cover it up for billionaires.
It's a question for you, and it's also a question for the chat. How much would you have done it for?
Again, spitting on my face to the paralegal or whatever she's
No.
Oh, I'm the paralegal?
Yeah.
Oh, man, you know I'm dirt cheap. I'll owe it up. Will I be disgusted with myself? But I'll figure out how to justify that shit. The 3 mil, I'm okay with the 3 mil. I'm okay. I want to see what they're offering, and if they hit my number, I'll go. All right, where we going? What we doing? We're in my range. Hey, I'm trying to get out the ghetto. Okay, I'm trying to get out of my situation. This is a life-changing dick right here. So now, when I get past the John Laurinaitis, now I'm gonna be a little upset. I'm gonna have to ask for more money. I can't be with the skater dude. I can't be with the that's disgusting. And I respect the Bellas enough not to ruin their marriage. So I'm gonna need that 3 mil. That's where the money's at. Vince, at least I can say, you know what? I suck Vince McMahon's dick. Not John Laurinaitis, not his second in command. Oh no, when you think of this is Star Wars, right? First you start with Palpatine, and then you're passed off to Vader. I don't want that shit. That's nasty.
Eric said, greetings and salutations, and for the record, I didn't pay the sharpshooter's intern any hush money. It's because you ate her.
Eric weight loss explains. Scandal.
Oh, luchador.
I know, right? If the shoes were on the underfoot for Linda, I go to her MAGA ass house and I'm slapping cheeks. I'm eating. I don't want to go into details. I'm gonna have the WrestleMania music playing the entire time because I'll be thinking about money.
All right, so this is the more disturbing comment. Would you take 3 million for Linda, then pass down to Tamina? No.
Yes. At this point, I know my business. I'm hoe. I'm a gigolo. At this point, that's where I'm at. Once I'm starting to take money for sex, that's where I'm at. I'm signing NDAs, man. I don't already know. I'm going to put that in my resume.
My chat is doing that thing where I can't see the most recent comment. So you might have to take over chat comments.
Here we go. Eric went, now we know why Vince slipped up to my wife. It was done. It was then done. Because he was thinking his current life is that paralegal. Eric with a mass intern on his OnlyFans. I'm sure that paralegal, I would open up an OnlyFans right away. And you have to pay to see what I look like. Paralegal, pay. Done.
The name's eventually going to come out.
Yeah, but no one's going to care. She's Monica Lewinsky. She's, what you call? Star or whatever these people names were that came out at Bill Clinton. Basically, that's what's going on here. It's the Bill Clinton situation.
So what feels like the biggest cover up to prevent people from talking about this is WWE really allegedly, it hasn't come out, WWE haven't said it, but many sources are claiming that WWE have released Sasha Banks.
This is collateral damage. We need to stop this heat. Get the heat off me. You're fired, Sasha. Yes. But she's still on the
apparently
page.
Andrew Zarian from the Mcmahon podcast, apparently Sasha's lawyers have been trying to get her released for the last couple of weeks.
Oh.
So this may be like the internal chatter that may have been happening.
Oh.
But I don't know why WWE haven't made. I think WWE have bigger pressing concerns about Vince McMahon to make a full statement about it.
By the way, this is how I'm handling all of this. This week on SmackDown, live in Minnesota, before the Roman Reigns Matt Riddle match, which will be a title change, by the way. Riddle will win. One, to get the heat off Vince. So be like, look what's going on here. Roman's no longer champion. Someone beat Roman. Huh? Talk about that. And then I will have Vince in the ring, stand in the ring, and say he's going to release a statement. And it's completely not about what everybody thinks. It's just, it would get at least 3 million views of people just going like, oh my God, what's he going to say? What's he going to say? And he's like, damn it, I am who I am. I'm a man, damn it. A man needs needs. I would love him to go full fucking heel. Just kind of shoot. You people would have done it. Oh yeah, you people can't afford to do it. Like, just go full heel and say this is all part of my character. This is all part of the show.
So, if Sasha Banks is to be released, we'll probably see her pop up in AEW in the next 3 months. I don't see her moving the needle that much at AEW.
No, I feel like it'll be the same. If CM Punk, Bryan Danielson ain't moving, Sasha ain't moving it. I think people would tune in the first week, and then they'll fall away the second week.
I tell you what, she's miles ahead of everyone in that roster. So the Sandbag better hand that title to Sasha since she walked through the door. Here, take it.
Yeah, this is mine. This is it. But here's my thing about the whole Sasha doing AEW. I like Sasha. I think she's a tremendous talent. But that head, man, that head is big. Not physically. I'm talking about ego. I'm talking about ego, not like her physical head or whatever. It's also got a big forehead too, but whatever. She gonna go in that locker room. There may be problems. DMD ain't playing that shit. That's her locker room right now, in the women's locker room. And if Sasha goes in there talking about I should be champ, I should be this, create the tag team titles for me, let's go on a run, Tony, do what I want, Tony. I think it's only gonna be so far before someone's like, man, this shit's a headache. And I think her asking price might be too much.
Yeah, Eric said, I don't think TK will pony up the bag for her. I would assume her asking price would be too high. I think it would, but I think this is one of those instances where he probably will.
And then, do you pay her more than MJF? Whatever's going on in that situation.
I would, because I don't think MJF's sticking around.
I think he might. He has to, especially with the scandal going on. Now you gotta be like, I think we got a chance of keeping him. But who knows where they're going with there? Because I think MJF, they sweeten the pot a little bit. I think he's getting paid, maybe taking time off right now. But I'm not trying to piss off people in that locker room by paying Sasha Banks more. Like, it's not for Sasha. I'm sorry, Sasha. You're amazing talent. I'm not paying you as much as CM Punk or Bryan Danielson. I don't think you're bringing in
for her. I don't think it's about money, but I think when she asked for a release before, she had asked for a release in like 2019 as well.
Yeah.
So like, I think it's right to get rid of her if she doesn't want to be there, and she's done it twice now. You have better assets there now that you can use. Like they've put Bianca in her spot, and Bianca
Yeah.
kind of transitioned into it perfectly.
Yeah, she does babyface better than Sasha can ever do babyface. Sasha can't be a babyface ever.
Yeah, and I think you've got people on the come up as well from NXT where you think you think you've got some future stars that could potentially be there, so you can do it again. Like Vince can make another Sasha Banks, you know.
Yeah, and
It may take a while, but he will make it, and then she will be bigger than that.
And WWE owns everything that is Sasha Banks, character wise. The whole boss gimmick is theirs. I don't know who is Sasha Banks when she is not the boss. Or who is Mercedes? yeah. Who is Mercedes without being the boss? And it'd be an interesting seeing that character and what they are able to do. I'm sure it'd be fine, but I just don't know. I think it's a company that kind of gave her, other than Charlotte in the women's division, I think Sasha has gotten more, right? I think that, I mean, you count Ronda in there, but of the 4 horsewomen, Sasha would probably be his number 2 in there. Because Bailey's kind of coming up. It'd probably be Becky and Sasha.
I think it's Becky, Sasha, then Bailey. But like I have to say, Bailey really raised her own stock ahead of Sasha. Like,
yeah,
I think Bailey really did better without Sasha being there. I feel like Sasha kind of dragged Bailey down.
Yeah, but I don't know if she dragged her down. I feel like they elevated each other. But it's to the point.
Drag her down maybe too strong. Yeah, drag her down maybe too strong. But like, yeah, I feel when Sasha comes with an attitude and expectations, and I feel like Vince doesn't like that. Vince likes yes people.
Yeah. And she's gonna fight back, and that's not what Vince is about. But this time, I don't feel like the Sasha, whatever was wrong with this scenario, it didn't seem to be justified. It didn't seem to be justified on her part to walk out because it was a title match. Yeah, you're not winning, but then all of a sudden, it's just safety of their being. It's all the shit that leaked. I don't know what's really true. Maybe it's the fact that there's just a bunch of creepy old men in the back or some shit, but. It's a lot. I think if Tony's taking in Sasha, he's gonna be taking in probably a lot. So
yeah, I don't think Sasha will put up with some of that bullshit.
Yeah, she's not gonna get the Thunder Rosa's treatment of you only get one segment or something like that, or you're only having one match a week or whatever the case may be. Hopefully, she's treated with respect. As Luchador brought up. Impact does treat their women with respect, and they have real matches and segments and storylines and stuff. I can see Sasha just traveling, like just having matches on the cut, doing indie matches, showing up here and there. It's like,
you know what? One tragedy of Stephanie McMahon stepping down is the actual push of women's wrestling, because like she was definitely behind the 50-50 of men, women on Raw and SmackDown.
Yeah.
And I feel like without Stephanie in that company, I feel they're going to revert back to the old ways where women's matches are going to get not enough time.
Well, I don't think so. I still think that the women's matches are fine because the last few Raws have been all the women main events, and you're not going to cut Becky's time for whatever she's doing and all the stuff that's going on with that. So we'll see.
What the hell? Just keeps. This is just a tumbling pile of mess. Kevin Dunn, the lead producer of WWE programming, is being investigated for insider trading. The hell?
What the hell? Kevin Dunn's done. Was he the one who sold his 2.1 million stock? Is he the one responsible for this?
2.1 million stock was sold. WWE stock was sold moments before the Vince McMahon story got leaked.
Yeah, it's Kevin Dunn's. But of all the people in this conversation who we talked about, that motherfucker could go. I hate this motherfucker from the jump. Like, just things you hear about him. I don't know him, but Kevin Dunn is the worst part of Vince McMahon, and it seems like he's the worst of the goons. They're coming for the entire empire. It's like someone shot a missile into the Death Star. And it's like, oh shit, we blowing
Yeah,
this shit up.
WWE's crumbling at the moment.
Currently, WWE looks like Jeff Hardy right now, getting arrested. Like, oh, this is fucking bad. This is that bad. So, wow. Shout out to Nick Khan, who's really playing Game of Thrones right now. It really feels like he's moving on up.
Yeah, it's a coup.
To the east side. He got all the dirt. He's hearing everything out. Again, if Kevin does foul inside trade, Vince ain't going nowhere. I can just see Vince in the room. Hit me harder, damn it. Hit me harder. I don't know if you watched the show Succession, but I feel like this is an episode of Succession where all the kids just rose up to come after their father and to try to take over the company and said, fuck the passing of the torch. We're coming for your throat. But what a day to be alive. This has been 30 minutes of news and we haven't even covered. NXT seems pointless at this point. I'd say we just abolished that report at this current point. Yeah. There's no news coming out of that. Unless we find out NXT 2.0 is just a front for cocaine smuggling.
Yeah, so that's pretty much the news. Vince McMahon is also, I think, going to potentially get sued by the XFL for owing like $30 million or something.
Yeah, that's going on. Yeah,
that's
going on too.
Vince McMahon's got like a lot of shit going on at the moment.
It really looks like Rome is burning down, as you know.
It's happening from both ends. It's happening from both ends. Like, think about it. He's got all this allegation stuff. He's potentially getting sued. He's just released Sasha Banks. You've got your wrestler. You've got injuries on your roster. Allegedly, Randy Orton might be done for 2022.
Yeah, what the fuck? Not Randy.
All your wrestlers are going down. You barely got a roster. It doesn't make sense to put 2 belts on Roman Reigns and then suddenly give him a new contract where he barely works at all. Like, it's ridiculous.
Just everything's going on. It's a lot. It's a lot to take in and just be like, oh wow, this is all happening. And again, pro wrestling world, these are storylines for all shows. None of this bullshit we're getting everywhere else. This is the shit I watch wrestling for. It's good, juicy storylines. As one post said, this is a Vince McMahon being investigated by the board of directors. Does sound like an Attitude Era storyline. That Jack Tunney had to step in. This is out of control or something. This is all seems like storyline, and it's a better story than anything.
Levi said WWE need Cody back. Yeah. That's probably one of the worst things that happened to Vince this month. Cody tearing his pec. He's gone. He's gone for. They've said that anywhere between 6 to 9 months now.
Yeah. What's next? John Cena no shows his 21st anniversary or whatever the hell it is called when he doesn't show up. It's like, I can't make it now, Vince. No, damn it. No, John, you were going to save my summer. You were going to save the summer. It's going down. It's going down. But as the Two-Face was said, the night is darkest just before the dawn. Maybe this is the new dawn of the WWE where, you know, Vince may relinquish power and then, you know, Triple H takes over or some shit and
but that's good all of a sudden. That definitely seems why Stephanie took a leave of absence, if you think about it. Yeah, like, she's on the board. Stephanie's on the board, so she would have known about this because they knew about these allegations from around March. So you would have thought. I think this was the right time. I think Stephanie got through to WrestleMania, saw out the next few months, and then said, "You know what? I'm stepping away from this before the shit hits the fan."
Yeah, this shit it's about to go down here. I'm gonna step away. But it's just all this stuff is building up, and you just go, wow, this is just what a time to be alive.
Thing is,
Steph,
all
of
this
course.
stuff happens in regular business. We only care about it because people we know, like wrestling, it involves wrestling. But like
It's gossip.
billionaires deal with this shit all the time.
Yeah, but not
It's
all
just
at
never
once.
reported about.
Yeah, all the time. This is billionaire shit. This is that scandal shit. I can imagine, I'm assuming every NFL owner is on Vince. It's your first time, huh? You gonna do it right now? It took a while, you're 76.
But just think, your Clippers lost his owner for shit like this. Well, he lost it for racism,
anyway.
but he was also banging a young woman.
Yeah, but the young woman exposed him and his racism. That was the thing. It's always a young woman that tosses these rich 80, 70-year-old men because they're fucking around and they shouldn't be. They think they're in love or whatever the fuck they're doing. They think, I can get away with this. And, eventually it's going to catch up. The chickens come home to roost every now and then.
Vince needed a down of NXT to make them an offer they can't refuse.
By the way, this also, man's supposed to spend $2 was involved in this policy issue. They said it was a policy issue. $2 knew all along, damn it.
So we've spent half an hour on news.
Oh, wow. But what else was there to talk about? I mean, wrestling is what it is, but the scandal. I was talking to somebody at work, and he was like, all this story is crazy. And his belief, his new theory, he said in 10 years, there will be no wrestling on national TV. That's the way it's currently going.
No, I don't think so.
He think on national, on like a big platform, there may not be any more wrestling. I can also see that. The way the ratings are dwindling and people lack of watching, like the fact that AEW with all their power and might and the entire wrestling world basically being on TV every Wednesday and Friday night and just throwing all the stuff out there and they can't draw views. Vince McMahon's going to be shut down. It may actually be a thing. It could be.
So should we start kicking off with some of the recaps? This is the latest we've ever done a recap.
Yeah, sure. Let's go into it. Let's light it up like dynamite.
AEW kicked off with Chris Jericho versus Ortiz for a hair versus hair match. The match was fine. It had too much interference for my liking. I don't know why.
What is your level of interference? When is too much, Manny? When is your cutoff point? It's like, you know what? I'm out. There's way too much interference.
Just to see the fact that I saw that Daddy Magic. I was like, nope. I don't need to see this motherfucker.
We got the Daddy Magic rating. There's too much interference in this match. That's my limit. I'm out.
The barber's name was allegedly Floyd.
The barber was creepy as hell. That dude is not cutting my hair.
That guy looks like he smokes weed and makes craft beer.
Shout out to that guy not getting a job at Carmelo's barbershop. He would never work there.
Ortiz shaves his head after what we thought was an attack from Fuego del Sol. I was going to be so mad if it was Fuego del Sol.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Reddy would have shut off his TV if it was Fuego del Sol. That's it.
We've already said on record that is an ugly motherfucker and he shouldn't be employed by AEW. And it was only revealed, only for it to be revealed to be Sammy Guevara.
Yes. But I'm going to attack logic in this one. It's fine. Whatever. Ortiz had to shave his head. I was rooting for Jericho to shave his head. Whatever. But here's my attack of logic. He didn't need to disguise. Why did he wear the disguise? Who was he fooling? He attacked Ortiz from behind. He could have just did that as Sammy. It was just for the reveal. Reveal. And I would say Fuego del Sol is complicit because he let Sammy borrow his uniform.
Then we get Wardlow versus 20 security guards. This match happened. I didn't understand the rules.
Yeah, the announcer was counting out. They were eliminated, and I was like, nothing happened. He just kicked
People
the guy.
fell off the apron and they got eliminated, and then he started pinning people. I didn't understand the concept of this. It was dumb. No, there should never be an instance where 20 men are able to defeat one man.
So and then the fact is this, Manny. This is the part that bugs me. This was legally represented. I enjoyed the People's Court references and all that stuff in the beginning. These are the plaintiffs. I enjoy all that. But if I'm one of the 20 men and I have a legit case against Wardlow and AEW, I'm not selling this shit in the match and an ass whooping that I know I can't win because they were scared. They were already scared. I'm taking the money. What kind of lawyer does not say, let's take the money? Let's take the money. Yeah. What are we going to do by whooping his ass? Who gains out of this? No, we take the money. This was terrible.
And then they further the story between Wardlow and Scorpio Sky a little bit after the thing. But this is the worst of Dan Lambert. I normally enjoy Dan Lambert, but this is the worst of Dan Lambert.
This whole segment was confusing because they have this 20-man match. Lambert's up there. He's spewing his whatever. And then he's like, well, I have Woodley and who was it? Matt Hughes? Matt Hughes, right? Yeah. And then he had him out there and he's like, well, I got two guys who go jump the rail. How does your guys all of a sudden team up with the other guy? And what? We know Tyrone Woodley don't want the smoke. He couldn't handle Jake Paul. He got laid out by Jake. Yeah. He got laid out by Jake. Put his ass to sleep twice. So I'm not afraid of Tyrone Woodley anymore. He lost all credibility. So this was confusing. It was ass. Wardlow was like, oh, we're from the same neck of the woods. We're both mid-city, Midwestern guys and whatnot. You know, I think you're going to like it. If you want to hang out with me, oh, shit. Like, I was like, what is this? It was ass. It was stupid. Everybody was confused. There were eliminations. So I thought,
it didn't make sense.
Take over. Just hit him with something.
And then we get the match of the week easily because I don't think anything else is going to top this. Dax Harwood versus Will Ospreay.
All right,
King Dax.
Yeah, King Dax, current wrestler of the year, holds the belt, the uncrowned champion of our Was this better than Dax versus CM Punk, the standard of wrestling matches for 2022?
I don't think it was. I think it's level.
Damn.
You
think it's even?
Yeah.
I still have Punk and Dax. I don't know why. This is
because it was unexpected. It was unexpected to Dax and CM Punk.
I have that as being better. This was good though. This is really good. This is gonna be a tough match to beat for the week or the month or whatever. But I want to say I'm also against these the New Japan guys wrestling on Dynamite because it takes away the Forbidden Door. That should be the only time you got to see these guys wrestling. The exclusivity of watching them live on pay-per-view in the United Center. I feel like that's the only time you should watch any of these guys wrestle. And then the entire time you build up towards it.
So I was watching ETE yesterday. Make sure you check out the show every Wednesday. It's also on the video feed now. So go check that out after the show. You brought up the Will Ospreay thing on Rampage again, which you haven't still yet checked out. And then I probably would never. I messaged Maurice as well. I definitely think this should have been the only time we saw Will Ospreay. I don't think we should have seen him in that trios match because that made him look weak. That made him look weak where his team lost. He wasn't able to be a factor in this match. So it just didn't work for me. I shouldn't have seen that match. I should have just seen him at ringside with his boys. That's it.
Yeah.
And it should have been a tag match. It shouldn't have been a trios match. And then have him fight on Dynamite. And that would have been it. That's my point. I was like, that would have been my point. I was like,
give him boss status.
Yeah, Will Ospreay, you highlighted him on Dynamite last week as like this tough big boss. The way he came out and then he had his boys attack. Much like how like they position Jay White a lot of the time on this show. They position him as like a top guy. They never did that for Will Ospreay on Rampage. That's why I was against it. I can't speak for Eric, but like that's why I was against. That's why I said that was terrible because I'm not on record to go. I watch Will Ospreay matches all the time, but like for me, but I know of Will Ospreay and the hype that comes behind him.
Yeah.
if you're
kind of a big
you don't.
deal.
Yeah, if he's a big deal, you don't have him lose a trios match on his first match in your company.
Yeah.
He didn't take the pin.
Agreed.
One of his boys didn't take. One of his boys took the pin, but in all in all, that's still a loss.
Yeah, a loss is a loss. You're playing on a losing team. It's like looking at Mike Trout playing for the Angels. And I know it's a baseball reference, Manny, but I don't know who in football or soccer you'd be like, oh, damn, they're a big deal. Like, let's say if it was about, you told me, hey, Marcus, watch Messi go out and play. And I go watch Messi play, and he gets his ass whooped 4-0. It's like,
it is like that. It is like that. It's
yeah.
like Messi at Barcelona was incredible. Messi at PSG, Paris Saint-Germain, not so good. Ronaldo is one of the GOATs. For me, he is the GOAT of football for what I've watched because he played for Man United. He's done it at multiple teams. He's come back to a really shit Manchester United team last season, and we finished 6th. Someone like him should not be finishing 6th.
Yeah.
You know? And like for him that gives like maybe 150% on the pitch. Yeah. And the rest of your team are giving you maybe 40%. He doesn't deserve that. You know what I mean?
Or to bring this back to the States, man, this is like watching LeBron on the current Laker teams. Damn, this dude, he's dropping all these numbers, and then you got Westbrook and Davis and all these other trash-ass players around them. And you're just like, this is LeBron James. Like you can throw that smug look on you, and you're like, yeah, you know, why is he worth $1 billion? They lose all the time. That's pretty much what we get with that. But yeah, this is how he should have introduced Will Ospreay. Him and Dax had an amazing match. Although I'm going to disagree with the finish of this. I didn't like the pull apart brawl that seemed to disappear as soon as Orange Cassidy came out. It was weird. Like you had all the United Empire show up, and they looked weak again as they were coming out to do post-match shenanigans. And then they got their ass beat by them.
This seems really dumb because this looks like it's setting up a 10-man tag for Forbidden Door.
Yeah,
and I don't want to see that.
Way too much. They threw way too much at this, and because they had the Suzuki Goon, they brought out El Desperado, and like they brought out the Suzuki Goons, and they threw all this stuff in there, and I was like, this is just a mixed match of random shit. And I'm going to say this. 90% or 80 or 70% of the casual fan who watches AEW and only AEW and maybe a little WWE have no idea what the fuck they were looking at. They don't know anything about no Great O'Khan or El Desperado or the Aussie whatever. They don't know anything.
Well, I saw this. Someone referenced it to. Do you remember Blackest Night in the Green Lantern series?
Oh, how can I forget? That motherfucker was a murderer. And sorry. That's the wrong storyline. That's what Green Lantern was could be. This is Blackest Night when everybody has a ring.
Go ahead. Yeah. Do you remember there was? I think at that time there was already 4 Green Lantern books. There was Green Lantern Corps, something with Kyle. I never read the Kyle one because I thought Kyle was a piece of shit.
Kyle.
But then if you think about it, and then you think about all the other tie-ins that around that, so you had to read everything to kind of understand what was going on. It feels like this with AEW and Forbidden Door. You're supposed to know everything, but it's just like what? And then I don't think Excalibur recently is doing a good job to bring everyone back in. Like he used to be able to kind of fill you in on who's this and why is this guy's important, but you're not getting that anymore.
Yeah, but it's too much. He's explaining it, but it's just too much. It's just this is the so and so. Like he has to say it in about a minute. This is so and so. He's the former IWGP champion doing this, and doing this, and doing this. And he won the G1 in 1997, and doing this. Like, man, here's a Dookie Good. Like he just throws all this stuff, and it's just like, what? Like I feel like, and you know, God forbid, this show could never get a plus because Kevin Kelly was on the show, featured in this show. I don't give a fuck. It could never get. Like, you're not going to be able to explain it that quickly. You just shouldn't be able to explain all this stuff. Like, they're throwing way too much at it. Way too much. And they think all this going to stick. I am 100% against Orange Cassidy versus Will Ospreay. I think that is the wrong opponent for him. There is 1 million people on this roster that I would love to see Will Ospreay fight at Forbidden Door. Orange Cassidy never came to my mind. He's a joke character. And yes, Tony Khan likes to push him. He's been in main events, whatever. But Pac would have been nice. And I know they can't use the Lucha Bros and all that, but one of them, Malachi Black. By the way, the House of Black, again,
falling off the face of the earth.
Yeah. Wouldn't they have been benefited if you knew with either the United Empire or members of the Bullet Club or whatever the hell's going on with all the people going in? I just feel like we're lost. We're lost.
Tony Storm cuts a promo, and it was very weak. She said she's going to take the women's division where it's supposed to be, but she led with essentially, Marcus, you have a job. That means you get paid.
Yeah.
That means you go to work. That's essentially how that promo went. And I was just like, this isn't really... Cody, you need to improve.
Yeah, I didn't buy any of this. I thought didn't they cut her off mid-sentence or something? Or something
No,
like
she
they
finished
ended
the
the
whole...
promo.
She finished the whole
There
promo.
may have been somebody else. There may have been somebody else that they were backstage. They were talking. They were like, "Cut right here." I was like, "That was awkward." Like I feel like they had more to say.
Tanahashi was about to speak, and then he got cut off.
What was he really gonna say? They had to face to face without a translator, and I went, "What was Tanahashi really gonna say? Was he gonna start dancing like Asuka?"
I wanted some air guitar.
Like,
and we haven't done this in a while. Good morning, good evening. It's been a while since I've been around, so fuck the Hulk Hogan and
fuck him
to Ferrari. Your F1 car is crap, more unreliable than Sasha Banks coming to work.
Fuck. If I'm whoever he's talking about Ferrari and the F1, I'm readily watching the Untitled Manny and Marcus show because I want to get the latest on Vince McMahon news. And then all of a sudden, what the fuck? I'm being attacked.
Well,
I walked into this.
It's Nick Aldis. Nick Aldis that constantly gets attacked on this show. You don't know when, but he will.
Well, at least he knows it's a wrestling show. Like, my baby brought up. I can still go with the fuck. Like, if I'm an F1 driver of Ferrari, I'm just going there like, just want to get away from all the media. We had a bad day on the track. Let's just get away. It's like, fuck that one. No! The one place I thought I wouldn't get this. So, moving on. Tony Storm beats Britt Baker. I think this is a victory too late, though. Like, if she should have beat her in a Owen Hart match or whatever, we wouldn't, be in this situation.
Thank God both of them, both Britt Baker and Adam Cole weren't carrying the Owen Hart belts this week. So the Sandbag came out and chased away Jamie Hayter, who got involved in this match, and then Tony Storm wins with a power driver, who they called Storm Zero, but Storm Zero is when she does a Tiger Driver, and has a stare down with the Sandbag.
I'm sorry, just the casualness of what you said, Sandbag, and I had to think, and I was like, "Oh, man, he's taking shots." I'm sandbagging Marina Shafir too. I don't give a fuck. She responded to the sandbagging and said she respects all her opponents and that this is bullshit. And that then I see her put pictures with Marina Shafir and they're hugging it out.
They were breaking bread, which was so corny, but like I liked it. It was just two mothers breaking bread.
Yeah, fuck the dirt sheet stuff. Just let it. Who cares?
I did enjoy the Stokely segment where he's announcing Jay Cargill's with an open challenge. Willow comes out, and he's like, "Oh, you want to be a baddie? Yes.
You don't remember me? No, I don't." And then he just goes on. I forget what he said, but it made me laugh. I forgot. Wish I had quote machine, but still great. Still love Bivens.
Yeah, and then Adam Page comes out. He's now upset that Okada lost, but he said, but then the other Adam comes out and they both argue about who's going to challenge the new IWGP champion, the knife pervert Jay White.
Yes. The catalyst of wrestling.
Yeah, Jay White takes out Adam Page from behind and says he isn't defending the title against either of the Adams.
Well respected.
So who do you think you've got him going against?
Who, Jay White or Okada?
Jay White.
I can see it being a fatal 4-way.
I don't,
For the
Marcus. I
IWGP title.
I want him to come back, and I think Kenny Omega.
Oh, versus Jay White?
Yeah.
Ooh. That is exciting news.
Because they made
there
was some sprinkling of Adam Cole saying it's going to be a Bullet Club affair. What better than that Kenny Omega, the last leader of Bullet Club, versus the current leader of Bullet Club?
That's an amazing booking. And then, he'll go with the Council of Wrestling and say he started AEW. His promo was Kenny centric. Wow. That is that would be good. That would be good. That'd be a nice move if AEW goes that route for Forbidden Door. But then what do the Adams do? What do the Adams do? And Okada? Are we not getting Okada at Forbidden Door? I feel this whole shit goes to hell if Okada doesn't show up.
Well, I didn't actually understand. So Mox said he was chasing Tanahashi for years because they call him the ace, but not for long because he's the best professional wrestler. And when he's done with him, Tanahashi's going to call him the ace. Why wasn't he chasing Okada?
Because I don't want Okada, who would be the equivalent to having Roman Reigns, who is the guy right now. I want the all-timer. I want Big Match John. I'm going into John Cena. If I was to go into WWE and call out their top guy, I'm calling out John Cena, Manny. I know you may say, Marcus, you need to go after Roman. No, I'm going after Legacy. I want the pin. I want to give John Cena the 3-second tan. I want his ass down for that 3-second tan.
Marcus, Forbidden Door's about to get no Okada.
No Okada. I will start that chant right away. If they get no Okada, it's really upsetting. Because I believe Danielson's already, it's kind of penciled in that he's fighting Sabre Jr. That's pretty good. But no Okada, I'm out. Like I want to order this pay-per-view. But if Okada's not on the show, I'm not ordering the pay-per-view. He is the
pay-per-view
best
I
wrestler
said the pay-per-view,
in the world.
Pay-per-view costs £20 on Fight TV in the UK. I said donate to the show and I will do it. I will do a watch along. I will ruin my sleep pattern. Otherwise, there'll be no watch along on this show for Forbidden Door.
Yeah. No Okada.
I need some incentive for something I don't spend money on. I need an incentive to do a watch along of it. And then then we were at the main event, which is the Young Bucks versus Jungle Express. It was all right. It wasn't all right. It was good.
It was table heavy.
Yeah, which I don't understand because it's a ladder match. Why are tables always involved?
It was way too many tables. Like there were more table spots than ladder spots. It was just like elbow through table, 450 through table, Luchasaurus going through table. All of these attacks on Luchasaurus, by the way, took all the bumps to the table. The Young Bucks become 2-time champion when I believe these are still FTR's belt. Give Dax the damn titles. I don't believe the Young Bucks should have been the team to beat them. But apparently they were going to give the titles to the Hardys before Jeff Gate happened.
Do you know what's interesting about that story? I don't think any doctor could have cleared Jeff.
No.
Even before he got arrested, I don't think any doctor would have cleared Jeff.
Yeah. There was no way Jeff was doing this match. And the things they were doing this match felt really unsafe. And I would have hated to see Jeff and Matt do this because they've already suffered like a million concussions in the AEW already in their first 2 weeks back together or whatever. So here's what it is. And the Christian turn, I feel like the turn was going to be he was going to turn and join forces with the Hardys, his old friends, instead of just the attack at the end. Yeah. To me, that would have made sense.
Yeah, 100%. So, do you know what? What did you think of Dynamite overall?
I'm going to say solid show due to Dax and Ospreay, but the rest of it, the storytelling is trash.
Marcus, I'm giving it, and unfortunately because it does have Dax and Osprey, but I still have to give it this rating. It gets an F because of this man. This man was on AEW.
No. God,
Gets an
no.
F.
Why?
Kevin Kelly is the worst.
He just showed up. He just showed up unexpected. You gotta announce that he's coming. You don't just put him on a cut screen. You gotta prepare me for shit like that.
You don't surprise me with Kevin Kelly. How dare you?
How dare you? Just you may as well just shit in your hand and throw it at me like a monkey in a zoo if you're gonna do some shit like that to me. Fuck you, Kevin.
The only Kelly in wrestling I trust is Kelly.
Yeah, the one true Kelly of wrestling.
the real K squared. So yeah, let's move over to NXT.
Hashtag the Japanese commentary is better than Kevin Kelly and the English guy they have there. I don't like it.
I didn't think I was going to get a great match from this, the opening of NXT, but I did. It was the Creed brothers versus Idris Enofe and Malik Blade. It was really an enjoyable opening match.
Yeah, really, really good. Idris and Idris and Enofe and Malik Black, right? I'm not tripping.
Malik Blade, yeah.
Blade. They put on a really good match. It was a nice babyface match. Didn't have much heat on there. It was good. I was really enjoyed it, and it's probably the only thing on NXT worth covering, to be honest.
Yeah. Yeah, there was some really random backstage spots in this. It was Cora Roxanne Perez talking nonsense before Indy, calling herself a vet, gave them advice of be careful or keep a lookout or some nonsense.
Yeah. I do appreciate Indy going like, I've been doing this for years, kids. You're only 24.
Indy, you're 25.
Yeah, you're just like 2 years older than us or whatever. But I've been through it.
What the hell was Apollo's diary?
I know. I declared Dax and Osprey the greatest moment of the week. Nah, this made me laugh harder than anything. I don't know why he was in the diner. I don't know why he was looking at the. For one, that man may have been right. That waitress was fucking up all day. For one thing, he had no reason to go over there and visualize slamming the man's head onto the table and killing him, and then going over there anyway, and then I guess kneeing him in the face. Is that why you came back to NXT? Apollo, you're going to jail. You can't just be attacking weapons.
Yeah, I know. I know. That is. I would have thought he would have got arrested for that.
Yeah,
I mean, yeah, sure. Fight for the voiceless of like people that waitresses, waiters, people in the service industry, people that work in retail. You fight for them when people are shouting at them because it's not their fault most of the time.
Who was this guy though? I was looking at the guy. He had a whole booth to himself. Just bitching him, moaning about his meal or whatever he was complaining about.
Have you ever done something
lady
like
just walk
before?
Away? What, walk over and be like, excuse me, sir, shut the fuck up?
Yeah.
Nah, I would never.
I have.
I'm more of the what's going on over here?
So you know when you kind of have this where in your job you have to conduct yourself professionally a lot of the time, where you can't really say what you're feeling, even though that other person, when you're dealing with a member of the public, is being a prick, right?
Yeah, we can say that. We can say that right here. I'll say it on live camera. Yeah.
So I was in a I was about to have an X-ray of my teeth. The 3D X-ray they do.
Yeah.
So it was a really fancy part of like it was a really fancy private dentist where the National Health Service sent me to get this done. So I had to get this done. Spent like £200 to get it done. Ridiculous.
Dentistry is a scam.
I should have just taken a picture of my teeth with my camera.
Yeah. I'm sure that's gonna come out of the app. I'm sure it's gonna come out of Dentistry, the app. Just take pictures and then the dentist will send you an email. You good. Cavity right here.
This old man was being really rude to the receptionist. Like proper, like, no, my dentist said you can burn the image onto a disc and give it to me. And she's all going by policy. No, we can't do that for you, sir. And then he rings his dentist and he's being a right prick to us, like, look, you see, he said do it. And then like eventually she breaks down and goes, okay, I'm gonna do it. And then he continues berating us like, I was right. Like, to her face. Yeah, so I stood up and was like, you got what you want. Can you just leave her alone and let her do a job? And then he started coming at me. Well, he started to try come at me. Old man, he can't come at me.
Yeah.
I'm an asshole. I'm an asshole myself.
Yeah. The Prince of Petty.
And he's like,
on this.
and then he kept making sniper remarks about me. He's like, carry on. I was like, carry on talking. I'll come up and stand up. I'll come hit you. He's like, oh, did your parents teach you how to talk like that? I was like, oh, we're gonna go like this now. Oh,
no, my parents taught me this.
And then I was like, oh, carry on. And I was like, carry on, and I will slap the yellow off your teeth.
Ooh, damn.
And then this young woman said, can you please stop? I was like, why? He's the one antagonizing me. And and then he was like, don't talk to my wife like that. And I was like, wife? Are you sure? and then I'd already had my scan at that point, so they were trying to get me out because I kept shouting at the man.
Yeah.
And they were like, oh, you've already, and then they were like, oh, we just need you to pay. Oh wait, you've already paid, you can go. So so I went, thank you to all the staff. I was like, thank you, have a Merry Christmas and everything. And then I stepped out the door, but then I came back in. I went, except you motherfucker. I hope you have a terrible one, and went downstairs. And it was justified, Marcus, because the receptionist called me afterwards. Probably broke protocol to say thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. But Manny, I wish your story started with, and then the dude was talking shit, and then he started talking about my mother, and I just yelled, Apollo!
What else happened on the show? Tiffany Stratton versus Fallon Henley. Wendy Chu just comes out during this match, distracts Stratton and throws confetti at her as she bounces on a space hopper.
DQ or no DQ? DQ or no DQ?
It's still a DQ.
DQ, right? I don't care how thin that paper is. That was a distraction. You threw confetti at me. DQ.
Wes said, Manny, you should have said, do you talk to your mother with that mouth? He would have said no. Then I will tell her when I get home. Oh.
Yeah.
Wesley versus Zion Quinn. Wesley picked up the win with a spin finisher.
Flippy spinny.
It's very gymnastics, love. It's like gym stuff you see at the Olympics and gymnastics.
I don't even know what to call it. Da-da!
Yeah, and then the fact that he didn't land now for the dismount. Ta-da! I don't feel he should be. I don't think he gets any points.
No, he just stick the landing, so.
And I think
because
I think what was worse.
I'll agree.
I think Levi. I think a luchador is on stuff today.
It's a good day. It's a good day.
I think we found something that was worse than the Wardlow thing. Was the Diads? They're now being called the Dyads versus Dante Chen and some other guy.
I died laughing because I was like, these dudes are straight from the 80s. This is a straight from the 80s. One, they're in their velvet pajamas that I'm sure they go to Walmart in. Two, how do they see? I didn't understand. How did they see? How are they able to perform in this outfit? I was like, oh, they're quick. They're quick. Look at them move. They don't move in slow motion. And then I like the pitfall. The other guy just standing there. I'm like, is he okay?
Their tag finish is an elevated DDT.
Yeah. Why, Manny? Why? It don't make sense. It don't make sense.
I don't know. It 100% is worse than Wardlow versus 20 men.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't. It wasn't.
It is.
Wardlow
It
versus
is.
20 man was just terrible. It just went on and on. It was terrible. I didn't like any of the rules of the pinfalls. I was against a lot of the stuff in the Wardlow, man. The announcer didn't know what was going on. The crowd couldn't even get behind the Wardlow thing. At least the Diash, you were like, "The fuck is this?"
We learned that Stacks and Two Dimes get a promotion to soldiers of the family.
We also learned that
Two Dimes got fired. This episode, and I think the next one is taped. Tony eventually calls out the A champion Mello because Mello interrupted him, and his title has become the Don's business, and he challenges Mello for the title next week. We get a Nikita Lyons training package, and she's returning soon.
Mello face? They turned Mello face this week? They turned Mello a Trick face this week?
Yeah, but Mello is easily likable, regardless of what he does.
Trick is likable. Come on.
Yeah, but so is Mello.
You like Trick.
Mello, yeah, but you like Mello too. What Mello can do in the ring, you easily like him.
You got a point.
But like, it's very hard to have cruiserweights as faces, like in reality, because their moveset isn't something you can.
You mean heels? You mean heels?
Yeah, you have to really like be like Gulak, where you don't do the flippy shit to go get people go ooh,
or be Jack Gallagher and have allegations.
Yeah,
just felt like I bring up an old ass name like Jack Gallagher, which no one brings up anymore.
Yeah, and then we get Nikita Lyons is coming back soon, where she continues the shadow boxing, which she needs to stop.
Yeah, those titties were breathing now. She was, her shirt unzipped, and she was like, "I was like, that's all this was about." She ain't.
Where is Elektra? Is she at the Don's house giving him some? Probably, because no one's seen her since.
Yeah,
Snake.
Just yeah. I'm sure she's gonna show up and turn on Santos and them. Although I do enjoy Santos just laughing and snickering in the back at watching these guys. And when they gave out the watches, he was looking at. They were looking at theirs, going like, "What the fuck are those things?"
It was a Rolex. They made it look like it was a Rolex, but it wasn't.
it was Fugazi. It was Fugazi. And Santos said, "Look at this is legit right here."
Then we see the power struggle in Diamond Mine as Roddy asks why Ivy now is talking to Tatum Paxley. Because like you were clowning her for months. And then the Creed set up a match for Roddy and Kemp next week because no excuses.
I don't know when Roddy's leaving, but it seems like we're coming to the end of the ride.
Coming soon. Then we get Duke Hudson versus Bron Breakker. Cameron Grimes, this is set up by Cameron Grimes walking, and he says he's walking in the back and he's not looking for sympathy from Breakker. Duke Hudson says, "You better not give that Cameron Grimes guys any ideas." And then he continues to brag about his DQ win over Bron Breakker, and Breakker challenges the title match.
Get my win back. I don't know why. He should have kept that in the back pocket for a pay-per-view. Duke, and then Duke loses like 2 seconds, get that speed.
Yeah, you might as well fire Duke at this point.
Yeah, he's dead. He's dead. Grimes come out and was like, you got to celebrate your daddy there. I had to celebrate my daddy looking down and all this. And another kind of emotional, but kind of angry, kind of heelish, but kind of face-ish promo from Grimes. I don't know.
Yeah. And then he calls a shot and challenges Breakker for the title at the Great American Bash. And then what was quite interesting was that as Idris and Malik were trying to leave to go to a club, he calls them out. Especially Idris. He said he needs to get his head out of his ass essentially and get hungry because he has a look and could be a big star in the company, which
he does.
He has a look. He has a look. And
I want to say he's in amazing shape.
Yeah, and thing is, what he's shown already is he can do the backstage segments quite well.
Yeah. I also agree with this. This tag team is the Street Profits 2.0. I'm assuming when the Street Profits break up, that's when they're getting called up.
Yeah, essentially Malik Blade is a better in shape Dawkins.
True.
Then we get the re-debut of Giovanni Vinci, formerly Fabian Eichner, against Guru Raj. I don't like the entrance, but
I don't like the entrance either.
Yeah, it was the
the pause, the cheese in the pictures. I just don't feel like it's smooth enough. Like they went for the same technique they used for Morris in slow motion, but with the taking the pictures. I didn't like it. I just didn't like it. I don't know what it is. I'm sure it's gonna be gone after these taped episodes.
Yeah, he's basically Cesaro Jr.
Yeah,
and he's the only Italian I will tolerate on NXT 2.0.
yeah, but I think he has more personality than Cesaro, even in just wrestling.
Yeah,
I feel like he just carries himself better. Again, I think Fabian Aichner could be the next big star, in my opinion. I really like.
I'm not sure because of his height. I think that's the only thing letting him down is his height.
It's true, but I think he's only a little bit shorter than John Cena. He's about that height.
Yeah, I don't think there's much language barrier with him either. I don't think there's a big language barrier with him. I think when you compare him to Cesaro, I think he's probably better speaking than Cesaro ever will be.
What do you think of the name Giovanni Vinci?
It's good.
Vinci.
I'm sure it'll be just called Vinci at some point, or Giovanni.
Yeah, but I think in hindsight it was better to separate him, Gunther, and Kaiser, now known as Ludwig Kaiser.
There's something for him. There seems to be something there for Giovanni Vinci, where he could take this character and really run with it. I really think that. So we're gonna get. I wrote Noodlehead, Solo Sikoa, and Waller next week, because Waller said that he basically rode Apollo Crews' coattails last week.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
Not saying that. Waller's gonna lose.
Yeah,
they got to start calling some of these NXT guys up. I'm be honest, that main roster is looking thin.
Then we get Carmelo Hayes and Trick Williams versus Stacks and Two Dimes. The match was all right, but Melo definitely carried this match.
Yeah, as Wade Bear said, Trick is getting better in the ring each time you see him, which is true because Trick started at the bottom, and I was like, oh, he really can't do anything until he can actually be in there for a good 2 minutes without tagging out Melo. So
yeah,
but Melo was the heart and soul of this match. He was the only one that really worked.
And I'm guessing the story between the family is going to speed up now that they've got rid of Two Dimes.
Well, Tony D'Angelo's hurt as well. He got hurt at the house show. They did one house show, and Tony D'Angelo got hurt.
Well, it's rumored that may be storyline.
Oh, okay.
It's not. It may not be as bad as people think. Whereas I don't know, but that looked bad at the end of the main event between Toxic Attraction, Cora Jade, Roxanne Perez, and Indy Hartwell, where Cora Jade did the senton off the top rope and then landed on Gigi, and then all you hear is Gigi screaming.
And then the show ends, and you're like, "Oh, how bad did that go?"
But then, she's been posting on her Instagram since, and she seems all right.
So I think what really happened there, she was selling, and they were like, "This is a good part to end the match because we were short on time." I think the match went long because they did have the overrun that they usually have, but I feel like that it was still going longer. Like I feel like there was a lot more in that match.
I don't think the match was that good. I don't think the match was that good either.
It wasn't.
It wasn't.
It was long.
Do you think? And this is a lot of pressure for Perez. Roxanne Perez could be the next NXT Women's Champion.
Yeah, possibly.
Because she seems out of three of their opponents, she seems like the only one I would put the title on.
Yeah, I would put it on Cora.
I wouldn't put it on Indy either.
Yeah,
Indy's really lost. Indy seems really lost with everything that's gone. She seemed lost immediately when the Way had left.
Yeah.
And then even the small segment she had with Dexter, and then what was the other girl's name? Persia and Duke. It just seemed like she was lost in all of that.
Yeah, I think Indy's on her way out. I just don't think she's any good. And she was good in a way when she was being basically a teenager.
Yeah.
But now that she's actually an adult and she's alone, you see all her weaknesses. Like when she was teaming with Candace was able to protect her, but now it's kind of like she's just kind of struggling.
Oh, and then something that wasn't in the notes, but I clearly took a screen grab of it. Ladies man Sanga.
Yes! Sanga.
I
I
like
like
lady and friend.
Who came up to? Who stepped up to her? Was it Zion Quinn, right?
Yeah.
And then when he stood up, all his ladies stood up with him. I was like, you know, what the
Yeah.
fuck with Sanga? Sanga's my guy. Sanga's my guy. He's my favorite. He might be my favorite wrestler on NXT 2.0. He reminds me of like he has the cadence of a Rusev or something. Not the same gimmick, but just the way they speak and the way they carry themselves. It just seems like they're entertaining. They make me laugh.
You know, coming into today's show.
Did we even talk about Rusev and what you call it? We didn't.
No.
Miro and yeah, they had a match. Wasn't the best?
It wasn't good, but more Miro is always a positive.
At least to a fatal 4-way at Forbidden Door, right? Or something.
Is it a fatal 4-way?
Yeah, we got a fatal 4-way at Forbidden Door. I thought it was just gonna be the end of a tournament.
No.
Somehow it became
the only way I would only like if it's a fatal 4-way, I want it to be an elimination fatal 4-way. I don't want it to be just 1-4 and it's done.
Yeah, you never keep dreaming, man. You'll never get anything like that again. Someone has to be protected.
Yeah. You know, coming into this, I actually really didn't like NXT, but talking it through with you, I seem to have enjoyed it more.
It was therapeutic. No, I didn't like this episode of NXT at all. I'm gonna.
No, I was coming into it like I hated it, but it wasn't bad. Like it wasn't bad.
It was there. Like it was one of those there reviews. Like they put on an episode. It felt like a tape show, which is weird. I don't know. They introduced new characters and stuff. They're trying to reset. I still want to see where some of this goes. Like I enjoy the Sanga character. I enjoy Waller. Trick and Mel are always good. I like Tony D'Angelo and the Santos storyline, all that, where that's going. I like certain directions they're going. I like what they're trying to do with Wesley. They're trying to make him a thing.
Yeah.
But other than that, it just seemed like it was just like.
And I felt betrayed by Nathan Frazier.
Oh, why is that? Oh, because he was like, I'm from Jersey.
No, he's fully Americanized. He's fully Americanized.
Why is that? Oh, okay, he said soccer.
He said soccer, and then he referred to the Premier League as the EPL, which Americans do.
I've never heard American refer to the Premier League as the EPL. I've never heard that in my life. Until he said it. I didn't know he was talking about.
I was just like, he's fully Americanized. I don't like it. Damn you, Seth, converting one of our Brits.
Now, Manny, I think that he would refer to it as football, but I believe that NXT/WWE writers told him to say soccer, so the Americans understand what he's talking about, so they don't confuse it as football. I can see him going, "Oh, I want to always be a footballer" or something like that, and then someone going like, "Wait a minute, this is America. They're dumb as fuck. Make sure we say soccer to differentiate too."
They show him kicking a ball. What more? They most Americans know it's called football in other countries.
Yeah, I know, but you know when they were doing the interview, Manny, they didn't have the video package together. I bet you they didn't even have that footage together. I bet you they didn't even know he had the footage. You know, I got footage of. Oh, can we use it? I'll show you the footage. I score. Oh, okay, we can actually use this. That's how I think it went down.
It wasn't even that good of a goal.
He was a kid, damn it. He was a kid. I would have celebrated the shit out of that goal for the rest of my life. That would be my 4 touchdown single game poke high.
There's a video of me, and I think I was in my 20s when I did it, and we were playing. We were at my cousin's birthday. He was having a football party. He was like 10, and what was it? They were playing football, and then the adults started playing with the kids. And then I scored a goal against like a child in goal and celebrated as if I scored an amazing goal.
What an amazing goal. Hey, I play pickup games where I celebrate getting that last shot like I just won the NBA Finals. Like, yeah, I got the last point. How many points you got? 2? The only shot I made all day. The only shot. I was open. I took the shot. Probably shouldn't have took it. In fact, I believe 90% of people like pass the ball, but now I was like, I'm open, son. Ooh, right off the backboard, didn't call glass.
So that is the end of today's show. We've given you a lot of stuff, a lot of content, and a lot of it will probably make the best of, which I've currently started work on, and it's about 20 minutes long already. So hopefully it won't all be us talking about Vince McMahon.
It's gonna be about Vince McMahon because the news is still coming out. I think by the end of the month we're gonna see a whole new regime, and it'll be the last thing Tony Khan wants to see. A new regime.
Yeah, but right, imagine what's more going to come out. Loads is drip coming out. There's going to be we're gonna have to update this story on Saturday.
Well, I'm waiting for the Sasha Banks announces that she's going to be on the Jericho Renee Young podcast. Just going to the circuit of what wrestlers do when they get released. Contemplate opening an OnlyFans.
That's the AEW package. That's AEW package. That's
the AEW starter kit.
Yeah. You do the
Twitch.
You go talk as Jericho. You go on Renee's show. What else do you do?
You do the AEW show, their podcast with Aubrey and Shivani. Then you open your Twitch up. Then you go fight Mexico for some random reason and come back.
You know what? I generally think she'll face who's the other cancelled wrestler? Who's the cancelled wrestler? Tessa Blanchard. She'll wrestle Tessa Blanchard in Mexico. They train together.
Yeah, but I don't think they want those problems. You never know what can happen. Tessa's fired for a while, by the way. That was not covered on ETE. Yeah, I think it may have happened after, or happened before. She's done. She's done in the Women of Wrestling. AJ Lee said, enough. Had enough.
Yeah, so make sure you support.
It shouldn't be this difficult to work.
Yeah, support all the other shows that go on here. We've got Roy's Retro tomorrow. We've got the Sharpshooter Wrestling podcast on Saturday. Me and Marcus are back on Tuesday and Thursday next week, doing the Untitled Manny and Marcus show. And of course, Wednesdays are for ETE. Make sure you support that show and give it the love it deserves.
Yeah. Yeah. Next week we're covering Slammiversary, damn it. You guys should all be there. It's 20 years of Impact Wrestling. God damn it.
Why is June so jam-packed? Like, there's
no way. It's the heart of the summer, everybody.
There's all kinds of stories going on. So much wrestling going on.
Yeah,
I'm glad I'm not covering everything because I was just like, I wouldn't be able to cover all of this.
Come on, you and Eric gotta watch the Reverse Battle Royal. It's back. One night only. King of the Mountain match. These trash matches they've done in the past. All
have they got a crowd
overbooked. Huh? Yeah, they've been had audience.
What was it? I think it was the last Slammiversary I watched where there was no one there, and I was like, "This is sad."
Just said how to say feel, but this one, I'm actually pumped to see a Reverse Battle Royal, Manny. I swear to God, I don't know why. It's just one of the worst ideas ever. Just that and the King of the Mountain. We were talking about it on ETE. Went over the rules of all these matches. The Monster Balls match.
The penalty box thing about the King of the Mountain match was more the more stupidest thing.
Yes. I was like that you could at one point you could win the match before anybody. I think all competitors are out to the ring or some shit. I was like, what? I didn't even make it to the ring. Good times.
I still find that Ultimate X match was one of the most dangerous things ever.
Yeah, but I still enjoyed it. The falls are always like, oh, ooh, spear. Oh, he gave a neck breaker. Oh, they're hanging up there. I remember the one where the X kept falling off, and I was like, they broke wrestling. It's over. How dare they?
Yeah, but that is the end of today's show. We'll be back when we're back. So
by the way, if you want this show to end, me and Manny are willing to shut the fuck up for the rest of our life. You give us $3 million each, 100,000 over time. Slowly give it to us because we're blowing on knives and cocaine in the first week probably, but slowly give it to us.
So take care.
Outside of India.
Shave your hair. Peace.
Peace.